All right, guys, today I want to show you two of my favorite baits, the rattle trap. We got the knocking trap, which is right here, and we got the original right here. So what I want to do is talk a little bit about the different sounds they make. So first thing I'm going to do, we'll pull them out of the water here, and I'll just rattle it here. I want to show you exactly what's going on. So this is the original rattle trap. It's got all those little BBs in there, and you can hear it. Puts off lots of sound and vibration, lots and lots of noise. This really draws those fish in there, lets them key in on this. And it's a really good bait. It's the original way they made it. But there has been adaptations now for that knocking trap that we got in there. So I want to talk to you a little bit about when I use each one, why I use each one, and what kind of situations there are. So we're going to put this guy back down. That's the original. Remember, the original is shiny. You'll see that guy in the tank, and then here we got the it's the flatter color. So here, the knocking trap we got. We're gonna shake him a little bit. You can hear that. Just kind of a dull. It's got one big rattle in there, but it's just kind of a different noise. So we're gonna do the tank here first, then I'll take you over and I'll tell you exact situations when I like to use one versus the other. But we're gonna start here with the original. Let me actually get this guy out of the way. So we got the original, and when you're fishing it, maybe you're out there casting it around, ripping it out of some vegetation, some grass. And this isn't gonna be the full sound because it's not making a long cast and really working it. So it'll be more consistent, but you can get the ideas. You can hear a bunch of those rattles kind of popping around. So we make it little short hops. You can hear it kind of go in there. So it's a neat little bait. I really enjoy throwing this. The bites you get from it are really vicious. And this is the one I'm going to go to most of the time when I'm going to start. And then I'll move over to the knocking trap. But let's see if we can go one more time, get it. You can really hear there's multiple BBs in there. So now we're gonna go over to the knocking trap before we go and start talking about them kind of a little bit more in depth. So here we go, we got the knocking trap. Let that one fall. And you can hear that, just that one big rattle in there. And it's something a little bit deeper and more of a kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, deeper sound. So one more time. All right, now that you kind of have an idea what the two sound like, I'm going to take you over. We'll sit down. We'll talk about the details of these a little bit closer and go from there. So I just showed you in the tank what these baits sound like comparing the knocking trap versus the original. And then I want to talk a little bit about the situation. So one more time, this is the knocking trap. This is the one that's not got the chrome finish on it. You can kind of hear it there. It's that one big knocker in there. And this is the regular one that has a bunch of BBs. So you can hear both of them. It's a different situation that I'm fishing both of these in. So typically my go-to is I'll start with the one with the BBs in there. Maybe I'm covering big grass flat, throwing this around, catching some fish, and all of a sudden maybe they stop biting. Maybe it's a big hydrilla flat down Rayburn, or it could be grass anywhere really. Maybe they get a little bit conditioned to that loud BBs and they're just not quite biting at it as well. And if that's the situation, that's why I'm gonna pick up this knocker. So this is that one knocker, and it just gives them a different sort of tune to what's going on out there. Maybe those fish just getting a lot of pressure, whether it's just from one guy or maybe there's a whole bunch of people in the area and they're all throwing the regular rattle trap that has a bunch of BBs. So you kind of mix that up. It's a good way to generate those bites if they stop feeding when they're starting on one and then they need to switch over to the knocking trap. Another situation, if say you're covering some water, it starts to get a little bit dirtier. That water is like real dirty. That's why I'm gonna go with this one because it's super loud, but when you kind of run into a little bit of clearer water, sometimes it's a little bit more subtle knocking is the way to go. Another situation for that one knocker, when they are around a lot of crayfish, so like these are both red, so it's imitating a little bit of a crayfish pattern. But hang on, kind of hooked. It's imitating the crayfish pattern, but when they're fishing this slow and really close to the bottom, I really think that one knocker is even better for that. It kind of just sounds, say you're hopping it, and it's going click, 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 click. It's it going along the bottom, then you bring it back to the bottom, and click, 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 click. And it sounds like that rattle trap with the one knocker. Sounds like the crayfish that are trying to get away from it. So those are like two situations that are kind of a little bit different when I would consider switching from using the one knocker to the one with a bunch of BBs in there, the original. So these come in both, these are half ouncers here. The come in also a 3/4 ounce for both of these. So it's worth checking out. I really do enjoy fishing a rattle trap. You cover a lot of water. It's great for finding fish. This spring, make sure you get a couple of favorite colors in red here. This guy right there, you can see he's got that chrome finish on it. That's Cali Crawl. And then this other one is Rayburn Red Crawl, which you can see here. That one's always a staple down south. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. If you want to hear anything else about these rattle traps or have questions or any other Bill Lewis baits, make sure you let me know. Put them in the comments. Shoot me a message on Facebook, Instagram. It's all gray buck fishing. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.